Hey everybody, just a real quick reminder that Team Hood shirts are on sale until the 16th of March. There's a great variety of different shirts to choose from, so just check out the store. My personal favorite is the long sleeve shirt with a Team Skull-esque design going down each sleeve. The link to this is on screen and in the description. This is what my hair looks like without a hat. Are you happy? It looks dumb, I know. That's why I wear a hat. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another ranking video. So I want to say thank you so much to everybody that liked, commented, and subscribed from my first ranking video of all the starter Pokemon. This time around, I thought it would be interesting to take a look at the Mythicals, mainly because I kind of wanted to rant on the Mythicals anyway. I wanted to just talk about kind of how dumb of a concept. Okay, the concept is good. It's just they are so poorly executed. They're bad. And this is coming from a guy whose favorite Pokemon is a mythical. So when I was growing up, I always thought mythicals and legendaries were they were interchangeable, but it turns out no. Labels are important. Mythicals are not legendaries, they're mythicals. Personally, I like to categorize everything like that as a legendary. Ultra Beast, it's a legendary. Mythical, it's a legendary. But I guess the subcategory from legendary, these are the mythicals. There's 21 of them in total, I believe, unless I forgot one. I don't think I did. And just kind of like the starter video, we're gonna rank them from 1 to 21. Well, the starter video handled it differently. I did it by generation, but, you know, I can't really do that because Generation 1 only has Mew. And I'm just like, Generation 1, which mythicals? Number 1, Mew, obviously. So yeah, if you guys are hyped to check out the ranking, leave a like and let me know your ranking in the comments below. And let me know what you think of Mythicals. Do you think they've been handling them poorly lately? I feel so bad for them, you know? And also, if you guys enjoy this video and you want me to make another ranking video in this style, where I kind of, I guess, live commentate it, then let me know what you want me to cover next. Should I do Mega Evolutions? Should I do Legendaries? Should I do Ultra Beasts? Should I do Pseudo Legendaries? There's a lot of things that I can rank. And I figured, hey, I could just rank everything. Because, you know, if people enjoy it, why not? Also, this will not be a tag video, but any fellow YouTuber that wants to make a video, feel free. I'll leave my template in the description for you. Go ham. Just maybe give me credit and link back to me. Thank you. So fellas, this is my Photoshop document that I have created all by myself, and I'm gonna go ahead and save this one as Callum's ranking. This was inspired by I'm not even gonna lie, you know. This was inspired by this very funky graphic. If I can drag it up to the top here. Yeah, it was inspired by that. You know, the ranking. So I was like, you know what, I'll just make it similar to that. And here we go. It is quite a big Photoshop file, so it's kind of laggy for me. Maybe I should reset my computer before doing this. So yeah, this is a big hot mess. But I'm gonna be real. I don't remember all the mythicals off by heart, so I kind of need it to be like this in order to remember which ones I want to talk about next, I guess. So we'll do it bottom up, because I think that is the easiest way to cover this. So for me, this is gonna be really edgy, right? This is gonna seem really edgy, but I really dislike Arceus. It's not because I'm against religion or whatever. I'm not like, you know, I'm not one of those guys. But with that being said, I don't know why his head's cut off. What the hell? We're doing this live, okay? He's gonna be number 21 for me, because I think if God were to be a Pokemon, it would be better than this. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I apologize, Arceus. I don't want you to smite me. Sorry, man. Hopefully this one should have a head. There we go. That's much better. Cool. So yeah, if God were a Pokemon, I would like to think he'd be much better than Arceus. The thing is, if you look up Mega Arceus, there is a lot of solid designs for it. It's just he's just not great, is he? So I swear I'm not just doing it to be edgy. It's genuinely just, I don't think Arceus was very well done. It was quite poorly done, actually. Yeah. So From there, it's just gonna be Phione. Apparently Fione's a mythical. That's actually something I didn't know. But yeah, Phione is a mythical, and that would probably be my number 20 spot. That's just due to the fact that it's... I don't know. Okay, so one thing that grinds my gears in Pokemon is Pokedex. I guess waste of a Pokedex slot. I'm not a big fan of the elemental monkeys because the elemental monkeys have a good design, right? They're not awful. They're just, why are they 3 separate Pokemon? It could literally be one monkey with like 2 different forms, or it could, you know, it could be just a normal type monkey with 3 different, you know, for like Burmy, you know? They could pull a Burmy, but they just didn't, and we have 6 wasted Pokedex slots in my opinion when it could have been 2. Like, I don't like, it just felt like filler, and nobody likes filler, let's be real. So the thing about Mythicals is like there's not really much we know about them because they never get like proper lore. They get like movies, I guess. Yeah, these guys feel like just movie Pokemon. Phione obviously is quite low just because it's a Pokedex filler. That's literally what it is. Honestly, I haven't really thought further than this. I guess the other Mythicals, man, there's so many of them. There's so many Mythicals. All right, I think I've got my decision. Not a big fan of Volcanion. I'm just not. Volcanion, I made a video recently talking about X and Y and just how, you know, disappointing it was. And Volcanion was one of the disappointing things from X and Y. I don't think he's got a horrendous design. He's the first water fire type, you know, that's really cool. I don't really, yeah. Volcanion as a Pokemon is cool, but the way he was implemented, I don't even know. I think it was just one of those like events where it was like, go to GameStop and get a Volcanion code. And just garbage, isn't it? So next for me, I think my reasoning for a lot of these are going to be the same, but we're starting to weed out all the bad ones. I guess Magearna. I do like her though, but no, I like Magearna more than Melmetal. I'll say that. The thing is, I don't really despise Melmetal, but I don't know. I thought his design could have been much cooler. He was very surprising to say the least. He, you know, what's going on? What's going on with this guy? You know, why does he look like that? Honestly, I thought this would actually be much easier for me. But I like quite a few mythical designs. Like, mythical Pokemon do have good designs, you know? I think next I would maybe put Magearna, mainly just because we didn't really get much elaboration on her. It's the same reasoning, but like, okay, she's meant to be the first Pokeball or whatever. That's cool. Can we elaborate on, you know, can we see that in game? You know, maybe I'm being impatient, but you figured the generation she's introduced would be the generation to actually have that in a game. Like, there's a Pokeball form, you've got AZ's Floette, which isn't used. Like, there's so many things that they just don't use, and you're just like, you know, did they just forget? Do they just not have time to do anything with it? Like, you know, why even make all this cool stuff if you're not going to actually do anything with it? So from then, I think for me, I like Meltan, but I don't love him. Like, I think I like all these other Mythicals more than Meltan. Like, I think, you know, I don't really hate any of these Mythicals. I do, you know, sometimes use the wrong word. I think the only Mythicals that you could probably say I hate is Arceus and Phione. From there onwards, these aren't Mythicals I hate. It's just, you know, I'm kind of just like, it's kind of just indifferent. You know, it's like, you know, like, I'm gonna just make Meltan super small because he's meant to be small. Like, I like Meltan a little bit more than Melmetal, but not that much more than Melmetal. So okay, we're actually kind of getting through this fairly quickly. It's because the thing that sucks about Mythicals, right, is there's quite a fair few of them, but there's not really much to say about them. Because they all, like, a lot of the more recent ones have all been subject to the same fate of just filler nonsense. So for me, number 15 was gonna have to be Zeraora. The reason for that is, while he does have a cool design, it does just feel very like it feels very like Lucario, Zoroark, kind of like, you know, that style of Pokemon where it's like it's made, I don't know, it just felt like it was manufactured for a specific, like, you know, like, wow, this guy's so cool. I don't know. Moving onwards, number 14, I'm gonna go ahead and have to put Hoopa. Now Hoopa, oh, he's been damaged as well. He doesn't have his ring. I don't care. I like Hoopa's design a lot. It's just, you know, his design is the only thing that was really keeping him from being in the same sort of position as Volcanion, to be honest. Like, he's got a really cool Unbound form as well. You know, I do quite enjoy Hoopa's concept. You know, he's got a bit more going for him, but it's just all these other Mythicals I enjoy a bit more. I think for me next I might have to put, man, this is actually getting really tough. I'm gonna go with Deoxy. I do quite enjoy Mega Deoxy, and I think Deoxy is actually the only Mythical to get a Mega Evolution, which is pretty sweet. But the thing is, I'm attached to the earlier gen Mythicals more because there's just more to them than these ones. And you know what, maybe they're saving these I guess newer gen Mythicals for something, but as of right now, I'm not really enjoying what they've got going for them. Next for me is probably gonna have to be Genesect. I remember when, like, you know, Wi-Fi battling first came out for like X and Y, and people were like getting Pokebank Pokemon. Everybody and their mother had a shiny Genesect, so that Genesect shiny kind of been a ruin for me a bit. But besides that, Genesect is really cool. I really enjoy the whole you know, Kabutops theory that's around him. I think, you know, that he's definitely got stuff going for him. I didn't actually see the movie he was in or anything. I don't know if he was any good in that. But, you know, Genesect, we're getting to the point now where I'm actually quite liking a lot of these Mythicals. You know, I'm not like, I enjoy these Pokemon. I don't hate them at all. It's just, you know, and I'm ordering them in you know, the order of what I like. And number 11 is going to be Meloetta. I really enjoy the fact that she has two different forms. The Pirouette, is it the Pirouette form? I think that's just the cutest. It's such a cool mon. And it has Relic Song as well, which is, you know, like a 50% chance to sleep, so it's also a little bit cheeky. But for me, it's not quite in my top 10, which now we are actually at the top 10 Mythicals. We kind of narrowed it all down. I wonder if a lot of people agree with me. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be like, oh my god, Hoopa's my little favorite Pokemon, you know, whatever. I think Darkrai is going to have to be at number 10. Darkrai is really edgy and he has got really big legs. And people probably would expect me to like Darkrai more because, you know, I'm an edge boy myself, but I don't know. I don't really like things that I guess seem to be like manufactured for me. Like, you know, people like, oh yeah, Callum's a goth. Callum's gonna love this this really edgy dark Pokemon. Like, no, I don't. You want me to like it? I hate it. You know, I'm weird. I love dark types, but Darkrai is he's just a bit much for me, I think. I'm actually struggling a bit, but I think number 9 would be Keldeo for me, because I hate regular Keldeo, but Keldeo's Resolute form saves him. This is why I've used the Resolute form for this thing that we're doing here. The Resolute form artwork, it saves him. He's just got this massive horn. He looks really cool with it. Otherwise, he just looks like a My Little Pony character. I don't know. The horn saves it for some reason for me. So yeah, Keldeo's pretty cool. Then number 8. Who would number 8 go to? I've got like a few in mind that I know. I think it's gonna have to be Deoxys. I really like Deoxys versus Rayquaza. But if you guys know me, I'm a big fan of the small, cutesy Pokemon. So Deoxys, while you are cool and you've got, you know, the meteorite of Oras and all that going for you, there's just other cool Mythicals. You know, at least Deoxys has like a fleshed out, you know, a fleshed out storyline, stuff like that. You know, at least he's got something going for him. So then next is gonna have to be Victini. A lot of people adore Victini, and I do too. Victini's adorable. Victini's really cute. But with that in mind, I think the other ones are just nicer, cuter. I don't know. Victini. I know Victini in that Pokemon movie gave like a boost to a Scraggy, which allowed him to like Oko Hydreigon, so I will forever be grateful for that. So then moving forward, we're getting pretty far down now. Number 6 is gonna have to go to Manaphy for me. That is just because I enjoyed the Pokemon Ranger Manaphy quest. I think Manaphy does have a pretty bland design, and it is basically the exact same thing as Fione, but I guess a little bit brighter. But the Pokemon Ranger quest, like I said, that really fleshed it out for me. You know, I really like Mythicals that don't just get downloaded to your game. If every Mythical you had to play I guess a Pokemon side game to obtain, I would be cool with that. If you have to, I don't know, play Pokemon Stadium to get Jirachi, that's the only way to, or that's the only way to get Celebi, like whatever, I don't care. It's just give them something. And at least Manaphy got something. I think Manaphy's also very cool to use in battle. Z-Rain Dance is really cool. It's just a monster. It's got tail glow. It's a great mon, and it's got a decent design. I just can't hate Manaphy. So coming up now, damn, this is getting tight. This is getting so tight. I think I'm gonna have to put Marshadow. I really like Marshadow. That's the thing. This is really difficult for me. I love Marshadow. Marshadow's great. I think he's got really cool typing, ghost fighting. I just like how ridiculous he is as a Pokemon. Like, he's got a ridiculous type. He's got a ridiculous signature move. He's got a ridiculous stat range. Like, he's just a ridiculous Pokemon, and he's just this small ghost child. I just love that. I think that's really cool. So then number 4, this is just where I'm gonna struggle, isn't it? This is just where I'm gonna struggle. Number 4 for me is gonna have to be Celebi. Man, I love Celebi. You know, it's like trying to ask me which one of my children I like more. You know, it's so hard. Celebi's great, but the other ones are just greater, to be honest. You know, Celebi, it's a mythical that actually has something going for it. You know, the whole GS ball. You can't hate Celebi. You know, Celebi, I think if anybody else makes a list like this, Celebi is going to be quite high up. I'm sorry, Joe. He's just not quite in the top 3 for me. So now here we are, top 3. We have Mew, we have Jirachi, and then we have Shaman Sky. So regular viewers of my channel, don't spoil number 1. Number 3, I know the order now. Number 3 is going to go to Jirachi. Just because I love how versatile it is in battle. It is a little flinching guy. It learns so many different moves that can take advantage of Serene Grace, and Serene Grace is one of my favorite abilities. As much as I hate hacks in Pokemon, I just love abilities that amplify it. Number 2 is gonna have to go to Mew. It's Mew, you know, what else do you want me to say? It's Mew. Which then means number 1 is gonna go to Shaman Sky. And now I promise you, the colors of the background weren't planned for the Pokemon I chose. I genuinely didn't know what was going to be in what order before this video, besides Shaman being number 1. For those that didn't know, Shaman Sky is my favorite Pokemon of all time, so of course it's going to be number 1. So there we have it. Those are all the mythical Pokemon ranked. I'm trying to think if there's anything I would change here. To be honest, maybe put Melmetal higher than Magearna. It's a bit iffy, because, like, you know, those guys, I think they deserve better. The thing is about Meltan and Melmetal, I love how they were implemented. I'm a big fan of Pokemon Go, but they don't look amazing. I don't know, they just don't look like Mythicals to me. But they are, apparently. A lot of these Pokemon don't seem like Mythicals, you know? Like, Volcanion looks like a straight up legendary. Like, why is he a Mythical? But no, for the most part, I think this is accurate to how my feelings are, you know, kind of just bit by bit, you know, crushed up, you know, like, you know, in order of what I like more. Maybe I'd put Deoxy a little bit higher than Genesect. Maybe I'd swap Deoxy and Genesect. It's quite hard to say. I really like Keldeo. Like, a lot of these are probably based on how I enjoy using them in battle as well, because Mew, you know, Mew used to be I didn't actually explain Mew at all. Mew used to be my favorite Pokemon, and then Shaman Sky came out, and then Shaman Sky was now my favorite Pokemon. So Mew, you've always got to love Mew. Jirachi, I just love how it battles. Celebi is probably the most fleshed out mythical there is. So shout out for that. Marshadow, while he doesn't really have much going for him just now, he's an insane Pokemon. Manaphy, you know, it's the top 6 that really matter, I think, and then onwards, you know, it kind of just whittles down. And looking at this image, like, it's really aesthetically pleasing up at the top, and then it just kind of dwindles down into garbage, and that's kind of what I intended of this video. So I hope you guys did enjoy this little look into my top 21 ranking of Mythicals. I thought I would make another one of these videos because you guys seem to like the first one. Let me know what you thought. If you want me to, I can move on to like ranking Mega Evolutions and all this other stuff. I don't know. I'm trying to make more content where I talk to you guys about Pokemon, and I think, you know, this is a good way to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching though. I appreciate you, and I will catch you in the next video.